Welcome to Optimal Play. I'm Brandon.
I'm Steven.
And Steven, we've sat here for dozens of videos giving our first impressions of cards for Arkham Horror, the card game. But how would you feel about the opportunity to give the first impression for some of the cards?
Other people give impressions? I thought we just laid down the law about cards.
I mean, we are really the only impression that matters, but we're not always the first.
Ah, okay.
This time, though, Fantasy Flight has given us several preview cards for the Edge of the Earth expansion. Thank you, Fantasy Flight. And we're going to look at an Investigator from the box tonight.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah. What we're going to do is we're going to have, if you're watching this, it's going up on Friday morning. So we're going to have a video Saturday and Sunday also previewing a new player card each time. So subscribe, like, comment, all those things that you do to make the internet tell you when the next videos are coming out. Make sure you catch those. And then Monday night, we're planning the next stream in our series of standalone games where we build new decks every time on Twitch at twitch.tv/optimalplay. And we're planning to play a deck built around each one of these cards we previewed over the weekend. So big plans. Yeah. I'm excited.
Let's do it.
All right. So I wanted to start with a little bit of a tease because there's an ability on one of this Investigator's signature cards that is like one of my favorite abilities I've seen out of context. So this person's signature asset, I don't know why I'm saying this person as if the card wasn't probably in the title of the YouTube video. Anyway, this card says, Exhaust Mechanics Wrench. So this is a fast ability. Exhaust Mechanics Wrench. Choose an enemy at your location. That enemy attacks you. Period.
Okay.
End of ability. How many resources would you pay for that wrench? It does take up a hand slot.
Okay. I mean, maybe you're using Counterpunch or something?
Yeah, so that kind of thing is probably up the right alley. Anyway, we'll get to the Investigator. I just think that is a hilarious ability to be core to an Investigator. I'm going to hand this over to you. I've looked at these already, but you have not. So we'll have you read the cards and give your very first thoughts.
Oh.
Take a look. We've got it on the iPad. It will be on the screen for the viewers also. Take a look at Daniela Reyes.
Yeah. So Daniela Reyes, when you said wrench, I was thinking that mechanic from Arkham 3rd Edition that I played once. I mean, she's probably in the other ones too, but
No, that's Daniela Reyes.
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm confirming. I'm like,
Gotcha.
oh, this is who I was thinking.
Yes.
So she's got 4 will, 1 book, 5 fist, and 2 agility. She's an entrepreneur.
I like that trait a lot.
And as a reaction, after an enemy attacks you, accept an attack of opportunity you provoked. Even if that attack was canceled, either deal 1 damage to that enemy or automatically evade it. And then Elder Sign effect, +1. If you are attacked by an enemy this round, you automatically succeed instead. Relax, tough guy. I'll handle this. You stand over there and look pretty. 8 health and 6 sanity.
Pretty different style of Guardian play.
Yeah. This on its own doesn't seem super powerful. Like just doing 1 damage and having to take attacks, you know? But obviously, I'm assuming there's things to combo with it, like that wrench. And maybe her motorcycle is going to
Yeah, so we'll get to that wrench in a second. Which does, as we covered, have a way to intentionally take that attack, which to me, that's where the automatically evade it becomes really interesting, right? Automatically evade an enemy in exchange for taking 1 hit from it. Yeah, potentially really interesting. It also doesn't have to be engaged with you, I think, for... Oh, wait. I'm getting ahead on the wrench. But so anyway, why don't we keep reading? We have the other side of Daniela also, including her deck building options.
All right. So she's Guardian level 0. Survivor level 1 to 5. Okay, so she's another one of these ones that changes classes as they level up. I think we've seen that with maybe all of the...
So I think as of our recording this, 3 of the other Investigators have been previewed. This would be the 4th, again, as of the time of recording. And they are all like this. So at this point, I'm assuming the 5th also is.
Yeah.
And it's just the whole cycle.
Yeah. And of course, Survivor level 5 is very important to have.
You're right.
Really adds to her deck building.
That is a nice touch that you can get all the way up to level 5, yeah.
And she can also take 5 Survivor level 0s. And she gets Mechanics, Wrench, Mob Goons, and 1 random basic weakness. So I guess she doesn't have the motorcycle that she has in Arkham 3rd.
No, I'm surprised because we don't have to sit here reading this whole paragraph of flavor text, but it even mentions her motorcycle Gabriel. And so I was a little surprised that she doesn't have that. Maybe it will be a... Except I can't see it being printed as a separate card that is named Gabriel.
Maybe they'll release a novella and it'll be your alternate signature.
Sure. Yeah, actually, yeah, that sounds right. If she gets a novella, it better be her signature.
All right. Oh, so here's that wrench that you spoiled. So it's a 2-cost asset with 2 fists and a wild, item, tool, and melee. As a fast action, you could exhaust Mechanics Wrench, choose an enemy at your location, that enemy attacks you. Okay. So it's fast at least.
Yep.
And then for an action, you can fight. Use this ability only against an enemy that has attacked you since the end of your last turn. So that could be Mythos phase, or that could be from the Mechanics Wrench ability. You get +2 fists for this attack and deal +1 damage for this attack. So,
yeah, so this is where I noticed that it's choose an enemy at your location. It doesn't have to be engaged with you.
True.
So if you wanted, for whatever reason, whether it's to automatically evade it and get it off of your ally, to deal damage to it, to turn on the wrench's ability, like, that's a nice touch for multiplayer. Otherwise, yeah, the first time I read Daniela, I was like, well, you're just going to provoke opportunity attacks a lot. And then I reread her text. Specifically rules that out. So the wrench kind of becomes a must, I feel like.
And that second ability is really strong.
So yeah, this kind of, I think, completes the picture on Daniela in that she gets a free damage or automatic evasion every turn, right? This exhausts, so every round, in exchange for having to take those attacks.
Well, it sort of completes the picture. I do wonder if there's going to be new kind of damage soak or damage retaliation cards. I mean, maybe it'll just be using... Can you use Survival Knife in the Investigator phase, or is it only like the enemy phase?
I think it's only in the enemy phase, at least for level 0.
Okay. So maybe it doesn't come with that. So yeah, I feel like there might be new cards that are around soaking and / retaliating, or soaking and converting that to resources. Or maybe she just plays like Jessica Hyde and Pete Sylvester.
So yeah, that's what I was thinking, is since she levels up with survivor cards, those two, seems like charisma, and both of them are like the way to go. And then Guardians have lots of ways to cancel attacks, which then I actually would want to double check whether that turns on the wrench's ability if you cancel it. Her ability specifies, even if it was canceled, you get that damage or automatic evasion, right? So dodges and other events that do that. I've had worse, feels like, probably better for Daniela than anyone else, that takes the damage and horror that you're dealt from an attack and converts it into resources instead. Those are the things that come to mind. I'm not really sure. Well, no, I guess I was gonna say I'm not really sure how she turns that into like winning the game, but maybe she doesn't. Maybe she's the tank for multiplayer team.
I think she just kills things and tank stuff.
Yeah, she had 1 intellect, so if she's getting clues, it's going to be through Guardian.
Yeah.
It's going to be through Guardian, like working a hunch, working a hunch is seeker. Scene of the crime, that type of thing is about all she has to get clues.
Yeah, or flashlight and the survivor events that fail by 2.
True. Yeah.
Look what I found.
Man, she'd be the first. She could be the first time I run flashlight lately. But she's got an extra hand slot with her signature weapon only being one-handed at least.
Yeah.
All right, why don't we take a peek at her weakness too?
Mob Goons, 3/3/3, humanoid criminal, hunter, preys on Daniela. Enemies' attacks cannot be canceled, and damage and horror dealt by this enemy's attack is treated as direct. Debt is a family affair. 1 physical and 1 mental damage.
Yeah, seems par for the course for a signature weakness, right? Kind of just a pretty middle of the road enemy that turns off whatever the investigator's got going.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't seem too bad.
Yeah, so I'm actually pretty excited for this because my playstyle in a lot of games, like I love to be the tank. I love to be the one that is getting beaten up so that my allies can either dish out damage. I'm talking about a variety of games. Dish out damage in Arkham, be free to get clues, whatever they need to do. And so she not only is good at that because she has high stats. I think 8 and 6 is... No, I guess that's not extra damage in horror. But she's good at taking that. Guardians are good at healing, and then she gets rewarded for being attacked by then getting to fight back, getting automatic evasions, whatever it takes. Yeah, so I'm tentatively really excited. I did... we usually keep ourselves really fresh for kind of our first impressions when the product comes out. I did glance at the previewed cards so far to see if anything else jumped out as either in level 0 Guardian or higher level Survivor as being really designed for her. And no, nothing yet. Nothing really jumped out at me. So I'm looking at it as, it's mostly just, she's a tank. She can run Survivor and Guardian style cancels and heals and all that stuff. Yeah, I think she's cool.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing is, like, there already are some great Guardian tanks. So, like, whether she'll be as awesome as, like, a Mark or a Tommy, you know, I feel like I'll need to see some of the other cards, because those two are just really strong.
I don't think of Mark as being that tanky because he wants to really carefully manage when he takes damage, as opposed to just being like, "Bring it on!"
No, he'll take all he'll take tons of damage.
I guess like he wants to, he wants to draw a lot of cards, but he also doesn't want to flip his Sophie.
Oh yeah, he doesn't want to put damage on himself.
Well, yeah. Tommy definitely does want to rack it up and convert those assets, but
like this ability to me on paper doesn't seem like as strong as Tommy's, which gets you like, a zillion resources in a game, but it's pretty interesting. So. Okay,
well, it's a pretty hot take to be lukewarm on the Investigator in the in the world debut. Yeah, I like it. It's bold. I'm a little more excited than you are. I'll definitely be playing her soon.
I think it's definitely a very cool effect. So.
Yeah, certainly a very different playstyle. You've never once had any reason, other than a few one-off cards, or I guess Mark's ability to want to be attacked.
Well, Calvin.
Right? Oh, okay, that's true. I guess I mean that the game rewards you for having been attacked, not for having damage in horror, but for having been attacked.
Yeah.
Is a very different thing to care about.
Yeah.
That I think will be interesting.
Yep.
Cool. Well, that'll wrap up this video. Again, if you would like it, let us know your thoughts, how they compare to ours, and subscribe to make sure that you see our videos over the next couple mornings. We'd really appreciate all of that. And we'll be back soon to check out a Survivor card. Yeah, exciting stuff. Probably not level 5, but we'll see. All right. Thank you, Steven. See you soon.
See ya.
See you. Till then, be optimal.